Welcome, everyone, to the Nourishing Yourself at the beginning of the year. We are so excited to have you here today, and we are really looking forward to um, just going through some ways to think about nourishing yourself instead of shaming and forcing yourself. So we're grateful that you've chosen to spend this hour with us, and we would love for you to put in the chat where you are joining us from today. And then we're going to get started pretty quickly here. So we've got Chicago, and uh, yes, if you could just put it in the chat, we do have it on mute. So we've got Chicago and New York, Lake Arrowhead, California, St. Pete, Florida. So we're from all over the country today. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you guys. Oh, Oakville, Canada. Yay, I love when we get people from other countries. That's always fun too. Hey, we are going to go ahead and get started. And to start, we just want you guys to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and we're going to get grounded and centered before we really begin. There's nothing you need to do right now. You don't need to have clarity, and you don't need to be motivated. You are allowed to simply be here. Louise Hay taught that healing begins the moment we choose to treat ourselves with kindness. And that's the energy we're bringing into this space today. Okay, you can come back. All is well. And we are so excited to begin. All right, Anna.
Thank you. Well, welcome from my side as well. I'm Anna, a coach and a Heal Life co-trainer with Christy here at You Can Heal Your Life, and we're so excited you're actually taking this time to spend with us. So, the beginning of a new year is often comes with a lot of pressure. And me and Christy were talking about this, how we have those big to-do lists and we have our big goals. And a lot of people make resolutions. So when January 1st hits, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna eat healthier. I gotta sleep more. I need to spend more time with my child. I need to change my wardrobe, whatever it is. There's a lot of shoulds and a lot of things on our to-do lists. And what I see working with my clients, especially women in this society as moms, we take roles of doing a lot of things in the house. Now we have to figure out kids are going back to school, the Christmas is over, we have to do at the beginning of the year a lot of changes. And then on the top of it, everything that we have to do, guess what we have to do? We have to make to-do list, right? So it's not only doing things from the list, but it's our job to do to-do list, to make one. How, and that can be very exhausting and very overwhelming. And that's why we decided that we want to nourish yourself with Louise Hay's philosophy, because Louise is the one who taught us to really slow down, check in what's going on in our bodies, listen to our intuition and see what feels good. And don't compare yourself to others. If you see other people run, think about, is this right thing for me to do now? I honestly think that I don't know, Christy, about you, but I feel like we need transition month between December
Yes.
and beginning of the year, really.
Oh my
Or do
goodness.
we have a new beginning of the year, February 1st, right?
Yes.
Just so
Yes.
that we can, be in that mode of slowing down and taking a deep breath and truly nourish ourselves on many levels, emotionally, physically, mentally, nourish ourselves, give ourselves what we need so that we can do it. Because expectation says it's a fresh start, start fresh. Let's do this. It's a new month, it's a new year, let's do it. But underlying belief under all of the to-do list and all the resolutions and all the goals is that you're not good enough the way you are right now. The underlying belief is you're not doing it right. You have to change it. And not only to change it, you have to change it fast. It's got to be a quick fix. And this is something where Louise said, again, slow down, take a deep breath, and you're doing the best that you can with understanding that you have in the moment. And one of my favorite Louise's quotes is, you've been criticizing yourself for years. So try loving and approving of yourself now and see what happens. So if you catch yourself, it's the end of the January already, your to-do list, a lot of things are not checked on it. You didn't lose weight, you didn't start working out, your kids' clothes is still waiting on a pile to be done, laundry, whatever it is, try approving and loving yourself and see how that shift is happening inside of you, right? So I want to invite everyone now in the chat box to say one word that describes how this January has felt for you so far. Does whatever we talk about here resonate with you? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like there's expectation? Is there a comparison? Is there already feeling of running behind? Like, I'm not gonna make it. Because you know what's funny? This is amazing. It's almost that, but what I see with people is it's a new year, it's a fresh start. You get into that train now and run because the new one's not gonna come until the next year this time. Well, guess what? I wanna give you some relaxation today and tell you good news. You can start today. You can start tomorrow. You can start February 15th. March 13th. You can start at any time. Just be willing and learn how to be gentle with yourself, because push sometimes can give us that freeze moment where we're like, I gotta do it, but I'm criticizing myself. I'm not loving myself. Like, what is going on? So slow down, take a deep breath. Let's see what you say in chat. How's this January being for you? Definitely feeling overwhelmed about things that haven't happened yet, right? It's like, oh, well, they were supposed to happen because new year, because new month. Curious about what else is possible for me. Everything is possible. Albert Einstein used to say that there's two ways to look at life, as though everything is a miracle and as though nothing is a miracle. So when you think what's possible for you, just try believing in miracles and everything is possible. Oh,
Everything is a
gentle.
miracle.
We have gentle. I love that.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing, like if we can start to just change our perspective a little bit and realize that, everything is a miracle. And I love the month of January, and I used to kind of dread it because I really love December and I love Christmas and I love getting excited to see what people are going to open that I've bought them, and the New Year's, and it's all celebration. Then you put it all away and it's all kind of gone. And now we're supposed to get started, and we're supposed to get started on being like the best version of ourselves. But I don't do that anymore. I see January as like my hibernation time. And that's the way to kind of start. And I love that word gentle. That word gentle is so great because if you come gentle into the new year, I love Anna says, give yourself a hug and come back to your present, but you can hug yourself and you can love yourself, and people around you won't feel like, oh wow, they're going, I have to go too. We're all going at the same speed and we're all running to get it all done. And it overwhelms your nervous system, and you have done so much, starting somewhere in November, bringing you all the way up to the first of the year. It's family, it's food. I mean, there's so much you're doing, the gift buying. And then when you start the year off running, your nervous system just goes, But your body, your whole being, your soul doesn't want to do that. So then it starts to come crashing down and crashing down. And then you're here and now you're in shame and you're in guilt. And it's only January 15th. And you're already like, haven't done any of it. And now you can't get off the couch. But none of it's with intention. And instead, this is a great time to open up your journal, to light a candle. I love this picture that's on the background right here because it makes me want to go and make tea and light a candle and get my journal. And this is the perfect time for that. Find a quiet spot. And I love to get curious. What's coming up? What do you want to do? Because the spring is when renewal starts. Right now, we're inside and we're nourishing that spirit that is laying there that's like so tired right now. It's so tired. It's been giving and giving for a whole year. And we forgot to say thank you. Thank you for giving to me for a whole year. And now I'm going to give back to you. And we're going to sit together and see what we need. So Louise would guide us to ask ourselves, how do I want to feel this year? Think about that just for a second. Just stop and think, how do I want to feel this year? And then think, how do I get there? What would help me to feel safe, supported, and calm so I can have that feeling this year? And then yeah, healthy, right? And then what would it look like if I just trusted my own timing, which is really about trusting the universe's timing, rather than constantly pushing yourself? It has to be done here. It has to be done there. This, all the time. It's like you're constantly on watch. Like you never get off that watchtower. But instead, you can say, I trust the universe's timing to show up for me. And I will just feel the way I need to feel. And that's going to bring us back to Anna, where she's going to talk about how to do this because it's enough to talk about it. But how do we do this, Anna?
Yes, and Louise used to say that the point of the power is always in the present moment, and we always have a power right now, today, to decide, to change, to transform, to start gently with new things. And as I was looking to the photo that you posted, it's really inviting. It makes you want to go under that blanket and drink a tea. And I think about people who say, well, I don't have time for that. Guess what? Put it on your to-do list. Because unless we make time for ourselves and put that 30 minutes of me and my book and my hot tea and my blanket on our to-do list, it's never going to be done. Because guess what? There's a lot of things that you prioritize then. So prioritize your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, and bring that moment, 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, 15 minutes, add it to your to-do list. So when you go through it and you check things, you go, oh, 30 minutes for myself. Let me do it now. Put
Mhm.
it on your list. It's very important. Louise, when I think about Louise's philosophy, everything she talked about was actually nourishment, right? Because
Mhm.
did it start with your thoughts? She used to ask people, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What are your repetitive thoughts? How are you feeding yourself with those thoughts? Not just what you eat. Yes, we gotta eat healthier food, definitely. But what are the thoughts that you're giving to yourself? And that's something where everything starts, because to nourish yourself means choosing compassion over pressure. There's
Mhm.
so much pressure. I saw this photo on the Instagram of a little girl in the box, and it says it feels all squeezed. Like, everything's pushing you from all the sides. But when you go with compassion, this is how I feel. This is what there is in this moment. And this is where I want to get, instead of pressure. I have to do it. Everyone else is doing it. I'm comparing myself to others. I'm comparing myself with me last month. Just because it was 2025 and now it's 2026, that one number changed doesn't mean you're bad. Doesn't mean you're wasting your time. Doesn't mean you're behind, right? So to nourish yourself also means allowing yourself to rest, right? Not only thoughts that we have, not just choosing compassion over pressure, but allowing yourself time to rest. And there's different ways of the different levels of nourishment. So the first one would be physical. What it is physical nourishment. How do you reset? How do you spend that time that you have with yourself? Are you on the phone scrolling down, or you just laying and reading and listening to the music? Because those are two different ways of resting your nervous system and your body. And then gentle movement instead of pushing yourself. If you're running, and I talked about this many times, if running doesn't work for you, don't go to run. Go to yoga class. If yoga makes you stress, I have clients who say, I can't do yoga. I can't sit down. It's too slow for me. I gotta move. Go, and punch that bag. Do something different. Are you gonna do a triathlon? Is that what works for you? Go do it. Maybe that's a gentle way of taking care of yourself. Whatever it is, just don't push yourself because, as you said, Christy, before, everyone's doing it. Now I have to do it. So,
Mhm.
what do you do with your body? How many hours a day, a night do you sleep? What's your sleep schedule? That's one to nourish your body, to nourish your physical health. Sleep well, eat well, and maybe you don't have to change the whole diet. I know the goal and for this year was to change your diet completely, but start with one meal a day. That's different. Start with that smoothie in the morning, or start with eating early dinner. Just be gentle with yourself as you're making those changes. And if you do it right for 7 days, and one day you go and have eggs and bacon for the breakfast, you didn't ruin anything. You can continue next day. Don't punish yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Don't believe that you're a bad person. Don't believe that you're failing, because you're doing it right. One moment of weakness doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. So remember to be gentle. How would you treat someone else? How would you treat someone else? So emotional nourishment. Ooh, I love this one. Allowing feelings without fixing them. Just yesterday, my daughter came from school. It's a long day for these kids at school. And we went to the park and she played, and we come home and she took a shower and she calls me and she goes, Mom, just to let you know, I think I'm gonna cry now. And this is not new. I mean, she does this. She I think she doesn't want to scare me so that I don't see her crying and jumping and go, what happened? Did you hurt yourself? So she now tells me, I feel it coming. I'm feeling sadness. I think I'm about to cry. And she communicates this. And I go,
Wow.
okay, honey, do you want me? Are you just telling me so that I know, or would you like me to comfort you and give you a hug and stay with you? And she goes, I think I want you to stay with me. And I go, okay. And I drop the dishes in a moment. I go over there, I hug her. She had few tears, but she was just tired because she knew now, she's tired and now we gotta do the homework. And, it's the end of the day and she doesn't have time to play. She's only 7. Of course she's gonna be tired. But
Mhm.
I held her in front of the mirror and I said to myself, I'm so proud of you. For her to communicate her feelings at age of 7 and asking for what she needs. I'm like, this is the world that I want to see. And I want to remind our listeners today as well. How often do you go and call your best friend and say, you know what? I think I'm sad. I'm about to cry. You want to hang on with me and just chat for a little bit? Or do you want to go in and grab coffee with me and let's cry in the car? Or I just need to vent. I gotta tell you what it is. So the emotional support, how do you speak to yourself? Nourishing yourself means, and Louise talked about this all the time, be kind to yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat your best friend. You wouldn't tell them, oh, you're so stupid. Oh my goodness, look at you doing this again. You would say, hey honey, you've done the best you can. Okay, let's go and start over. Let's do it again. So give that emotional support that you're giving to others, give to yourself. And when I say this, I think of nourishment as taking a shower with kind and nice words. Now, mental nourishment. Again, we have a lot of overloads with information and lists and what we have to do. So take a break. Take a break. Make a conscious decision that you're taking a break from whatever is going on right now. I need to go and breathe for 5 minutes. And it's really, I think, Christy, you do this. You're like, I'm going to breathe for 5 minutes, okay?
Yes, I do this.
It's mental nourishment. I'm giving
Yeah.
myself what I need and also engage in creativity, whether it's journaling, maybe art therapy, go for a walk, whatever is creative for put a music on and dance for 5 minutes for five
Mhm.
minutes. It really does magic for your whole body, but we start with mine, right? So for one thing in the chat now, I would like to see what is one small thing that you can do this week, today, starting today, that would feel like nourishment? What is one thing that you can change? Share with us so that we can see where we're at with this group.
While you're doing that, I am going to go back to what we had talked about. And after what Anna has said, I want to go back to this idea of how do we want to feel? What's going to help me feel safe, supported, and calm? And what would it look like to trust my own timing? And I want to talk about that some more because taking it slow is not falling behind. And I'm going to go here with what Shagun said. And she says she wants to be gentle with herself, but she keeps getting into a pattern automatically where she can't calm down and she can't create safety in her body. And I understand that. I do. Um, I can, I have, I always say, and Anna will back this up. I always say, no, you do you. But for a very long time in my life, I knew me and did everybody else. And I was masking a lot of myself because it turns out a lot of me needs rest. I need downtime. And I wanted to go at the same pace I saw other people go at. So I would stick myself in front of a computer. I would sit there for 10 hours and I would slog through things. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Just, and it was, and I can, going through my late 30s and my early 40s, I often told people it feels like my day, like I'm slogging through Jello. That I'm just trying to swim through Jello to get through. And I went to every doctor trying to figure it out. Like there has to be something wrong with me. I've got to have a thyroid issue. I must have lupus. I must have, there's something very, very wrong here. And every doctor, it comes back fine. It comes back fine. It comes back fine. It took until I started thinking about my brain and the way my brain works. And I stopped trying to slog through everything. How do I want to feel? I want to feel like I'm swimming through air, not through jello. I want to feel like I'm floating on a cloud. But that means I have to know myself. And that has taken several years, you guys. I cannot say that doing this, you're going to get off this call and now suddenly you're going to, it's all going to be there for you. You do, Louise always said, you do have to put in the work. One of my best times, and I have now given myself permission um, to have my mornings. And I am very grateful. My husband retired young, so he's home now to do our youngest daughter's like morning routine. So I can lay in bed, and that for me is my best time. And one of the things I highly suggest doing if you feel like you're getting into that out of control mode, go to YouTube. We have a great channel, the Heal Your Life channel. All you got to do is type in Heal Your Life, and you'll see our channel come up as one of the options where we have lots of videos from Louise, and you just go and listen to her talk. I love that. I listen to her. I listen to other people in the same modality. And so if I'm feeling like everything is starting to kind of get out of control again, and I'm finding myself sitting for 10 hours in front of the computer and not giving myself a rest, I go back to listen because it's a reminder and it comes up here into my little brain and then it goes into my little soul and then they start to work together, right? So you've just got to figure out what is it you need. If you are feeling like your nervous system is just kicked into high gear and you're either on the verge of tears or you're on the verge of anger, you're always frustrated, you're in resentment, you're in guilt, you're in shame, all of the worst things, really, right? And you're feeling all of that compound on you, that that takes us to when that happens to me, I get really grateful. And I say, okay, this is an opportunity. So don't allow all of those feelings to bring you back to shame and guilt. It's an opportunity to nourish and to go back to that nourishment that we want to be able to give ourselves. And again, it's like Anna said, if you love to run, run. If that's your nourishment, run. I absolutely hate to run. That does not work for me. I love I love yoga. I love dance. I love Pilates. I love stretching because all of that is, I love gymnastics as a kid. So it's all that same kind of movement. Know you and do what works for you. If you need alone time to recharge, find alone time. If you need people to recharge, find people that you love and trust and go sit with them and be with them and laugh. And it suddenly feels lighter. And then you can come back and say, okay, now how do I want to feel? And Shagun asked, can I name some other people? So I love listening to Abraham Hicks, which is Esther Hicks, and Jerry has passed on where she channels Abraham. Um, and I really enjoy those. A lot of people come and ask questions, and it's something I enjoy. I enjoy Joe Dispenza. Um, I really enjoy listening to him. I enjoy kind of the science of it, and Joe Dispenza gets into that. So I really enjoy that, and it reminds me that um, the universe, like I don't have to control the universe. The universe is just fine controlling itself. And I'm okay to just kind of sit and hang out in it and, just be me. And then the other one, I cannot, he's an Alan Watts. I knew it was going to come. Yes, Eckhart Tolle. Yes. All of these people, but all you've got to do is like put into YouTube, uh, motivational speaking or universal. For me, I just really love the quantum physics. So like quantum motivation, that kind of thing. I love thinking about and talking about quantum physics. So a lot of that kind of goes into that area for me. But just what do you like? Put it into YouTube and see what comes up and start looking for it. Dolores Cannon. I have a really good friend that's like where he started was with Dolores Cannon. She's fantastic. It's all over, you guys. And this wisdom, it's not new. Louise brought it to us and she made it really accessible, but it's not new. It goes back to the ancient philosophers. What you put out into the world is what you'll get back. So if you put out into the world that I feel safe, I feel calm, I feel supported, you will get calm, safe, and supported back. Now, again, you don't get to choose how the universe shows up for you. You've kind of got to just let it show up. So you just have to trust the timing. Okay. It will show up at its perfect time. And so I would like for anybody who has come up with how they want it, how do you want to feel this year? Can you put that in the chat for us? Because we are all going to put that out there for you. How do you want to feel this year?
And as they write that, Christy, I see, I know you were talking, you didn't have time to see all the answers, but a lot of answers come from taking care of the body, of resting, resting
Mhm.
without judgment. That's a big one. We
Yes.
not just that we judge ourselves for things that we didn't do, but if we sit down, then we feel like, oh, I'm just wasting time. I don't know, I grew up in a different culture completely, and sitting down was, oh, you're just lazy. So it took me years to get to love, to sit down and be, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gaining energy actually. I'm my body's relaxing, my mind is I'm giving myself space and time to be productive, to get the ideas coming. Because guess what? When we are overwhelmed, we can't create and we can't give from, an empty cup. We can't. Our kids come and ask us for something and we're just like, "Ah, I can't do it right now. Like, does we have to be right now? But what am I so mad about? I'm mad that I didn't give space to
Yeah.
myself, right?
Mhm.
So when you have that moment to breathe in, then you can show up for other people as well and be, how can I serve you? How can I help you? What do you want to talk about? You can really be present with others as you allow yourself to be present with yourself.
Mhm.
Because and someone says, want to get in touch with their body. Our body shows us what's going on. And Louise talks about this in Heal Your Life book at the end, in Heal Your Body book. If there's anything in your body that's going on, your body will say a little tension, some kind of sensation. Go open that book, Heal Your Body, and see what is that about. And you'll see the most common limiting belief behind that, and also the affirmation. An affirmation is just another thought. We just make it
Yeah.
positive so that it
Mhm.
serves us, but it is just another thought. And when people say, well, how many times I have to do the affirmation, how many times do you think that you can't do it? How many times? I like to do this with my clients, and it's just a great icebreaker. They say, how many times I have to do it? I say, how many times you told yourself you couldn't do it? Well, I don't know. It's been years. Well, that's how many times you have to do it to replace it. And they start laughing. You're like, okay, because it's not a pill. It's not a magic pill. You do it 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the evening, and in 5 days, you're going to be like, new, woo, let's do a fresh start. It's really taking time. It's
Yeah.
taking time. And sometimes those affirmations hit before you can even imagine. You just start feeling lighter. And, it takes time to replace, to rewire our brain to now think that we can do it when we thought we can't, that we know that fresh start can be February 2nd instead of January 1st. Just what we're conditioned to think. Okay, let's see what I say. Do you want to go and read these, Christy, because it was your question? I want to feel happy,
Yeah.
peaceful.
So I just wanted to come back. It's interesting because peace came up a lot. And I
Mm,
know it has for me as well this year. And peace is one of my big affirmations for this year that I'm using. And, I'm seeing that I want to feel happy, peaceful, and carefree. I want to feel loved, cherished, valued, seen, and peaceful and active this year. And we're also seeing safety, a safer community, and trust, trusting my body, trusting my intuition, trusting myself, right? And when we feel peaceful, when we feel trusting in our intuition, those feelings of being scared and overwhelmed, they take a back seat. And it's not that they won't show up again. I always say that I used to call it my inner bitch, and I still kind of do, but she shows up because she wants to protect me, right? And that shows up because it's a protection and it's trying to help you feel safe. It is trying to help you feel like you're supported, but it's just not the best kind of support. So you say, thank you. Thank you. but a nasty auntie. Yep. Exactly. And instead of giving her or him a hard time, say, I really appreciate you showing up and getting me to see what's going on and my awareness, but I am choosing peace. I am choosing trust. I am trusting that the universe has my back. And I am trusting that there's a way out of this situation, whatever it is that I'm in. And I'm at peace with allowing the universe to show up and how it's going to show up. Right. So
Which
I
is so
love, thank you guys
important.
so much for sharing. I love that you guys shared that. And I feel like when we share these kinds of things, we see how similar we all are.
Yes, we do. And it's so important what you said. Acknowledge what's going on, what Christy said. Acknowledge there is the nasty auntie and the people the person who criticize you, that it is showing up. Acknowledge them. Don't say, oh, they don't exist. I'm just gonna affirm. This doesn't exist. I'm just gonna affirm. I'm gonna look the other way. No. Become their friend and say thank you for sharing, and I let you go. Now I choose peace. It's such a beautiful kind of ceremony to do. I see you. I know you're here to protect me. And Louise used to say, I love this. When we choose love over fear, life shows up in a loving way for us. And this is what it is. Because that inner critique that it shows up, those words that we can't, those fears, if we're gonna make it, those all beliefs are here just to remind us that we can do it differently. And they're
Mhm.
here to protect us because once they served us maybe when we were 3, when we were 5, when we were 6, we don't even remember. And they're there for a reason. They're just care for themselves. Now, if you think positive, will I still be alive? You'll be there. You'll be there, but I just don't need you right now because I'm choosing to think differently. So I'm gonna ask everyone right now, wherever you are, just not in a car driving, okay? To gently, if you can, close your eyes or just take a deep breath and feel this moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. And another breath in and breath out. And just silently or out loud, if possible, say to yourself, I lovingly nourish myself. I lovingly nourish myself. It is safe for me to move at my own pace. Deep breath in. It is safe for me to move at my own pace. And I trust the unfolding of my life. I trust the unfolding of my life. And Louise taught us that repetition creates new pathways of thought. And as we create them, the new experiences are coming to our life. Take a deep breath in and just decide this moment. Just decide right now that you're going to be more gentle with yourself, that you're choosing nourishing thoughts, and that you trust that your life is moving at its own pace. And now open your eyes and see how that feels. It was less than a minute of giving yourself attention.
Mhm.
Attention, right? Being present. What do I have? What do I have in this moment? I have my breath and I have thoughts that I can choose. And it comes to choice, right? Christy, do you feel like it's like we are
Oh my
always one
gosh.
decision away from living our best life? And here is
Yes,
the
yes,
decision. I'm starting
yes.
fresh whenever it feels that I'm ready, right? Not
Yeah.
when no January 1st, not beginning of the year, not when everyone else says I start fresh when I feel, and you just make the decision that you're gonna be gentle as you make changes as you go through your day.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do, sometimes we forget because we have parents asking things of us, and we have bosses asking things of us, and we have colleagues, we have friends, we have lovers, and, just there's a myriad of people who want from us that we forget we have a choice. I
Exactly,
love that
we
you said
have a
that, Anna.
choice.
hmm We do sometimes forget. I know I do. I forget I've got a choice in my own life some days. I'm just running from one obligation to the next, And um, one of the great things that I think Anna just did for us is she gave us 1 minute, a little bit less than a minute of just bringing it all down. And now I felt it. I sat and did that with Anna, and it felt great. So remember, it's not like we're saying put another thing on top of yourself. Now you've got to go out and do affirmations, and we're not trying to add another block of obligation to weigh down on you. That would never be the intention. While we're also saying nourish yourself, you know, um, just make a choice to take the 1 minute you maybe have for the day. And I keep going back to this. I promise you, these days we all spend a minute scrolling. So we can choose to spend the minute differently. But again, it's all choice. And if you do find yourself scrolling, it's fine. Sometimes we need that too. This is never, ever about shame and blame. I cannot stress that enough. Never about shame and blame. It's always about love and forgiveness
And support. It's about
and
love,
support.
forgiveness, and support. How do you support yourself? I know for myself, I go pick up my daughter from school at 3 o'clock. I got to park over there in a line because we do the car line at 2:30. Now, the mornings are usually busy. I'm with my clients. I'm doing content for the Instagram. I'm doing, videos. It just always work, work, work. And at 2:30, at 2:15, I leave my house, and as I drive, I get excited because I know from 2:30 until 2:45, I'm just parked in a car line. And I get to spend those 15 minutes in a quiet. I can listen to my song, I can breathe, I do
Yep.
my affirmations. And it wasn't intentional. I just figured out this is what I've been doing. This is what my body and my mental health needs. And I realized it's just the middle of the day. It's been busy morning. I had lunch and I'm driving over there, and I know that the whole afternoon is gonna be homework, activities, gymnastics, things that she does. We go to the park, we play with friends. I have some more work to do. Laundry's waiting, everything. And it's such a nice 15 minutes of me sitting in a car. And I thought the other day maybe someone's gonna take a picture of me or come knock on the window because I'm like, But you have to find that minute or 15 minutes, whenever it is, for yourself and get excited that this is what's going to happen. I'm so excited for my coffee with myself for 30 minutes.
Oh,
Be
and
excited.
I can attest to this. Coffee she loves it, man. It is a ritual for her. And
It
it brings you so much joy, doesn't it?
It does bring me joy. Yes, it does. It's really that first sip is kind of meditation for me. It's like taking a breath. I allow myself to slow down with that sip. And that's what I created for me. And I really love
Yeah.
it. It's so special.
Yeah. And Carol says that she started in her car because she spent so much time driving,
Hmm.
which also helped to reduce her speeding and her road rage. See, it can have other benefits than you even expected.
That's
But
right.
it's true. If you've got a commute, that is a great time to be listening to Louise. Most of us have Bluetooth now. So you just Bluetooth it in off of your YouTube, or you can download these things, depending on if you have Spotify, whatever system you currently have. And like Louise says, she uses Louise Hay morning meditation to help her start her day with gratitude. And all of these, we find these little ways. And that's all we're saying is find your little path. And the more you follow it, the bigger that path is going to get and the easier it is going to be to follow. And
I
I've been doing this now like solidly for, we'll give it 13 years. I'd say more like 14. That I've really been on that path. And it makes a difference, doesn't it, Anna?
it does.
To And it's okay. I mean, I can really, really feel it making a difference in my life. And I can look back and see where it did. And can't you, Anna?
Yes, I can. And very important part of that is if you don't know where to start, because I get it. We are in this work and we live this philosophy. It is kind of, I love to say lifestyle. But if you don't know where to start with a question, how can I be more gentle with myself today? I
Hmm.
promise you, I promise you, you'll have the insight. You'll know exactly how can you be more gentle with yourself. Decide that you want to be gentle. Decide that you want to love yourself just tiny bit more today. And as you're learning to do that, what can I practice? What can I do to feel a little bit more special today?
Yeah.
To have
Yeah.
that softness in my day. It's like pushing,
Hmm.
pushing, pushing, pushing. Stop. Just stop. How you do it? Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Take a deep breath, do this, and say, how can I be more gentle with myself? And I
Yeah.
promise you the answer will come. If it doesn't, sit with it. Sit with
Hmm.
it. That means that you're just extra overwhelmed. You can't even hear what's your intuition trying to tell you, what's your
Yes.
body trying to tell you. So ask again. And when you take a shower tonight, before you're getting ready for bed, ask yourself again, how can I be more gentle to you today? Because we find ways to be gentle to everyone else. My neighbor needs
Yes.
help. I'm right there. My cousin needs help. I'm right there. My friend calls me. I'm right there for them. My daughter needs something. I'm right there. But where am I?
For yourself.
Where do you show up for
Yes.
yourself? And if you don't know where, if you're new, I see based on comments that people love Louise and they already listened to podcasts, read books, amazing. And if you want an extra bite of it, me and Christy have this amazing Heal Your Life 6 week journey that's coming up in February. It is a program that's, oh, we're exactly where we need to be. I'm just looking through the,
Sorry, yes, we were going to
yeah,
say that.
we were
Uh,
all saying this, yes.
we can go on to that. There you go.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah,
The
there you
Heal Your
go.
Life
I
six
knew
week
it was
journey.
somewhere. I knew it was somewhere. We have the Heal a Life 6 week journey. It is a journey and it's experience. And I used to call it workshop because it's online workshop, but it's actually the experience that you get. If you read Louise's book, if you're listening to Louise's meditation, we invite you to come join us. It is beautiful way to get a real taste of what heal your life work is, on how to change things, how to dig into these beliefs, how to learn more, how to allow yourself to do things. And we do it. It's a program where you have online platform, you have weekly topics where you go and do and listen and do exercises on your own, and we meet once a week every Thursday for 6 weeks from 10 to 11:30 as a group, and we share and we learn some more, because there's nothing like sharing in the safe supportive space. And I'm just so excited about sharing it about groups. And I mean, that's how Louise started, right? She started with groups. And
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is how the program was created, and Dr. Patricia Crane helped create this program. And it's such an honor to carry the wisdom, experience, and knowledge of these two amazing women, and having this 6 week journey where you can actually do some work on your own, show up every Thursday for 6 weeks, is just amazing. We cover 5 topics. It is, I'm talking from my head. Let me see if I remembered. Desirability, setting boundaries, loving relationships, mind body connection, and prosperity. I
Yes,
nailed it.
you did it. Good
I always forget one. I was like, what was the last one? It
job.
sums up the whole philosophy of Louise Hay. We go
Yep.
into negative
Hmm.
beliefs, into forgiveness, into we really deep, go deep. We go deep with what needs to be changed, what needs to be transformed, and how to do it. And me and Christy are here to support you. We have the early bird discount that ends in 2, 3 days. What is it? On February 1st?
February 1st. So that's this
Yes.
Sunday is the last day to sign up for the early bird discount.
Yes.
And, I just want to say, because we've been sitting here talking about nourishing ourselves, and then we're saying, like, ooh, schedule something. And, I don't want to be like all, you know, scheduling something that's going to make you feel more stress. What's great about this program is that you are both working on your own, so that you are working, you're working on your, and we explain it all, but you get a login to an online portal where you go through exercises and meditations, and it's really beautiful. It's all about nourishing yourself while you're in that portal working on your own. And then you come together once a week and you get an hour and a half of Anna and I's time. And we are going to go, it's like group coaching. And I will tell you, there is nothing like learning from the group. It's great to have one-on-one coaching. I love that too. But there is so much to be learned from others. And you realize, like, oh gosh, that her aha moment, now I have that aha moment. And it's fantastic. And so it becomes something that you do to nourish yourself. It is not an obligation, it is an invitation to come and nourish all those parts of yourself that you're often just sort of out in the ethers working on alone and feeling kind of lonely and despondent about. We're going to come together and help you feel that support and that love and that grounding and that peace. And that's what Anna and I really, really care about.
Yes, we do. And it is we've been through this program and we've been in this program for 15 years, both me and
Yeah.
Christy. So
Hmm.
we've done workshops, we've been participants, we've been assistants, now teachers, now we're trainers. I do a lot of coaching one-on-one, and it's just amazing how every time we lead these groups, we find something. Oh, this is so transformational. We get
Free.
excited every time how, how things change for people, how things show up for them. And there's nothing more inspiring than really living that. I just want to say that in chat, I left the link for registration. If anyone is interested, it's going to be right there. And,
And it'll also come in the email that we send out with the
oh, okay.
recording.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it'll also be in that email. Okay,
That's
and then
perfect.
finally, the big thing that we'll talk about just briefly, because we'll go into a closing. Um, but Anna and I are leading in 2026 a Heal Your Life training. So you can do this as well. And we're so excited about this. We've been doing this now for 15 years. And I run the company, so I see all the people who come through and I see them doing all of their stuff, and how excited they get. So we are so excited that we'll be doing this. You can go to louisehayusa.com to learn all about it. But if you feel called to take this for and bring it to your community of people, then this is the perfect training for you. We do things that are so unique. We don't use any AI. Um,
Okay.
we don't, but what we do is give you scripts. Like, for the 2 day, for all the workshops, you get 15 unique scripts, just for coming. and you get so much. It's just too much to go over here. Go to louisehayusa.com. But you get to become a coach and a workshop leader. So you can work with groups and you can work with individuals, and you get 4 months of our time, 10 days of it in person with Anna and I, treating you like you are the queen you deserve to be.
In a beautiful location, just to
An
add.
absolutely beautiful location in San Diego, California.
Yes, that we chose for you because we wanted to make sure that you feel prosperous and abundant and good about where you're heading. So for all the people who come to certified, it's just amazing experience. And if you ever done I mean, it's like nothing you ever done. I can't even compare it to anything. And I've done different programs,
Yes.
and I can't compare the support that you get, the new family that you get from your peers, that you work together, working 4 months together and once a week and 10 days in person. It's just wonderful experience. And you get
Mhm.
the scripts as Christy said, you can lead up to 15 different workshops that were all created by Louise Hay and Dr. Patricia Crane, and they bring the wisdom and the knowledge and experience of 30 years, right? Dr. Patricia Crane that
Yeah,
did that
30 years. The training
did
has
it.
been going for
Yeah,
30 years.
30 years. How many trainings all over the world, different cultures. It always comes to loving and approving of yourself. So if you're interested on the louisehayusa.com, you can also schedule a 30-minute Zoom informational call about a training with me or Christy, you choose, and we can go deeper into the details and see if this is the right path for you.
Yeah, and all of that information will be on the email that you guys receive. And
Oh, for Lisa, who says wish there was a training in Chicago. We have people from India, from Australia, from Mexico. People come from all over the world.
we have a
I
person coming from
actually,
Germany.
yeah,
Yeah,
we have person for Germany who signed up
yeah.
for this year. I actually lived in Chicago when I did my training in San Diego. So trust me, it was easy. When I saw where people were coming from all over the world, I was like, oh, it was like 3, 4 hours, plane
Plane
ride.
flight.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
nothing. So yeah,
And I
yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, welcome to Carol because she is joining our team. She's on with us today and she is going to be joining us for our training. And so we're so excited to welcome Carol as well.
Yes, and she's coming from New York, right?
Yes. So we're really, really excited. Okay.
Good.
So you guys will get all the information in email. Don't feel stressed or overwhelmed. Oh, the one last thing I did want to say, if you take the Heal Your Life 6-week journey with us and then decide to take the training, we will put the cost of the journey towards your training costs.
Yep.
Okay, and then Anna is going to take us into our
Let's, yes, I just want to say, oh, I love it. I love affirmations. I just want to say that we'll have next month, we'll do one of those free webinars on self-love because it's the month of love and Valentine. So we are happy to see you again next month. Let's close our eyes now and know that there's nothing that you have to be that's different than what you are. There's nowhere that you need to be at this moment. You're good as exactly as you are. You're perfect exactly as you are. Nothing needs to be rushed. Nothing needs to be forced. And you're exactly where you need to be. And let's just do one final affirmation together. I'm gentle with myself and I trust my own rhythm. I'm gentle with myself and I trust my own rhythm.
I am gentle with myself and I trust my own rhythm.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking this time for yourself and to spend it with us. And thank you for choosing nourishment. We'll see you
Thank
next
you
month.
all so much. We do truly love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.